What it is, y'all, it's your boy Jones, and welcome to another episode of the Jonesin Podcast, brought to you by Jones for Sports. We make sports better. And today we got a very special guest. You know him. He ain't no new face to you. Our guy, E. What's up, E?
What up? What up?
You know what it is. And yeah, I know y'all looking like, yo, where's the other one? Where's Nico? He be missing in action. He'll be here. He's just a little late. But we're gonna start without him. And then when he joins in, we'll get back into it. But we got a very special episode today. Got a lot to talk about. But first, y'all know what to do. Y'all, if y'all on here, hit that like, hit that subscribe button, comment while you're here. If you got questions, comment it, let it know. We'll put it on the screen and we'll talk about it. We love to engage with our listeners and stuff like that. It just makes a better experience for us, and it makes a better experience for you guys. So appreciate each and every one of you guys for being here. And let's have fun. Let's have fun. So first thing, though, that we got to talk about, unfortunately, I hate that we have to talk about it. I wish we didn't have to have this conversation at all. But because we do have to have this conversation and pay respect to this man, today, 4 years later, we remember the late, great Kobe Bryant passing away on that helicopter with his daughter and six others. So first and foremost, rest in peace to each and every one of you guys. Your prayers are with us. Absolutely. Like, there's not a day that yet not all of you guys are not on our mind. So, but especially Kobe, because what he meant to us and what he meant to basketball. So he is the perfect person to have here because he is a die-hard Laker fan and a Mamba guy. So, E, first question: where were you when you heard the horrible fucking news?
I was home. I think I was getting ready to watch football or something like that. And my cousin texts me, he's younger than me, but he's a Laker fan too. And he's a Kobe guy as well. And he was like, did you hear the news about Kobe? And I'm like, no, what are you talking about, Kobe? He's like, yo, they said he was in a helicopter crash. And I'm like, fuck you talking about? I don't know. So I don't think of anything because obviously you go online, you search and you don't see nothing. I'm like, all right, he's probably bugging. It might be a hoax.
Right.
And then sure enough, that's when you start seeing more, and it's like, okay, it's getting now it's starting to feel a little real. And as soon as I seen it, and when it was official, I was like, oh, like I was just like taken aback because it's like that definitely was like out of my favorite athlete of all time. So it's just like
Mm-hmm.
you don't know how to think. You feel sadness, and then you're just like, what? What? Like I think it was just a couple weeks ago they showed him at the game with
Yeah.
LeBron. Say
No, it
like,
was the day before. No,
yeah,
no, he wasn't at the game. You're right. He
the
wasn't
day
at the
before was
Philly
when
game.
LeBron passed him,
You're right. Right. He wasn't at
and
that
but
game,
it was
but
like a week before that they showed
in
him. I think
L.A.
in LA they were playing
Yep.
Dallas or something like that,
Yep. Yep.
and I was just like, I'm telling you, shocked was just like, you don't think like you're gonna hear something like that,
Yeah.
and then it's just like I didn't know what to do. I was just quiet, like thinking, like, damn.
Yeah, man. I remember that shit like it was yesterday. I was at work, and I work on the weekends. And with my boy Los, and we're driving, in Queens, and I'm always on my phone while we're driving, just looking up shit or whatever, probably trying to figure out something for Jones for Sports, some content or whatever. And I remember it was a Sunday,
Yeah,
and I I, I see I'm on Twitter and I see Kobe's name trending. So I'm like, Kobe's name's always trending on Twitter because he's Kobe. Like, people just want to put up random highlights and stuff of him, and everybody just goes wild for it. So I'm thinking that's just what it is. So I didn't even pay no mind. Then I think maybe 10 minutes went past. I go back on there, and I see rest or no Kobe or something like that. I forgot what it was. It was like no Kobe or not Kobe, something like that was trending, and I'm like, all right, what? No, that's different. not Kobe. Why are they saying not Kobe? So I'm clicking on it, and I see Kobe passed away. Like, oh, Kobe died. No, this can't be real. This is fake, or like just a whole bunch of shit. And I'm like, nah, this just can't. This not real. Like
Yeah,
until I see one of his teammates or one of the big name people that know Kobe confirm it, I'm not believing this shit. So I was just like, nah, fuck that. And my man Lars was like, yo, what's going on? And I'm like, they saying Kobe passed away, but I'm not believing it because I haven't seen Shaq post nothing yet. I haven't seen, the Laker greats post anything. So I'm not believing it until I see that. He's like, oh, that's crazy. So then he goes on his phone and then he starts seeing the shit. And he's like, yo, I think it might be real, bro. And I'm like, nah, bro, this can't. So I'm looking at every social media I have, every last one of just to get a confirmation from one of the great Lakers.
yeah,
And I don't remember who it was first. It might have been Shaq or something that confirmed it. And man, that shit like stabbed me as if I knew fucking Kobe.
yeah,
Like that shit stabbed
yeah.
me in the
Like,
heart.
like it was almost like you lost a family member because it was like I think it was like who texted me? It was Luke actually
Yeah,
text
yeah,
me.
yeah. I remember you let me know. You
He's like,
told me.
"How you feeling?" And I'm like, "Hurt. Like I'm hurting right now. I don't know how to feel." And then
Yeah,
obviously what made it worse is once you hear that his daughter was with him, and
yeah.
how
That
many other
just.
people. That's just made it like it hurt more than just as a sports fan.
Yep, yep.
You know?
That shit hit home. It was just like
Yeah,
when you hear his daughters with him, I'm just like, God damn, bro.
yeah.
That and then you hear there's more people on the helicopter.
I
There's
was
6 of them.
honestly,
I was
when I heard it was his daughter, I was like, I hope it's not the whole family.
right. That's what I was thinking too.
Because you hear him, his daughter, and others, you're thinking, oh, don't tell me he's got what 3 other daughters, his wife. Don't tell me it's the whole family.
What up, Carlos? What's good, boy? Appreciate you being here. And if you have a Kobe moment, or what's your favorite? Where were you when you found out Kobe passed? And um, second question, which I'm asking you now, E, is, and you can also answer this in the chat, guys. Um, what did Kobe mean to you? What did he mean to you? Like, what was his impact on you? Why was he your favorite player?
Why was he my favorite player? All right, so obviously growing up, the man is Jordan, right? All you hear is Jordan, Jordan, Jordan. So I'm gonna lead into why he's my favorite player. So I remember the first time I started watching basketball. I'm sitting with my pops, and I think it's an All-Star game, and they announcing the players, and I hear my father go, "I don't like this kid." I'm like, "Who's that?" He goes, "Oh, some young kid. He's too cocky." And I'm like, "Okay." So I start watching. I'm like, "All right, he's flashy, stuff like this." And then you just see him like this is that killer mentality. Like I don't care who's in front of me, who's on the court with me, who's my
Mm-hmm.
teammate, who it is. I'm me. You know what I'm saying? That's what
Yep.
made him my favorite player. It's just like I'm the killer. Oh, you're Shaq, but I'm him. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, I'm on the court with Jordan.
Absolutely.
I'm him. I'm Kobe. You know that? Oh, LeBron's the new guy. I'm still him. You know what I'm saying?
Kill him. I'm still putting in that
Yeah,
work.
like he never took that. You know what I mean? Like it was always just that going for the kill. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. 100%. That for me, Kobe was what made him special for me was that, like you said, pretty much everything you said, but also that killer mentality. Like I'm fuck what he did on the court. We know what he did on the court was amazing, but
Yeah, the work
the
leading up to
preparation to be that. Like the stories, I love hearing Kobe stories now. Like I love hearing them because all these players have all these great Kobe stories of how determined he was and why he was the way he was. Like I love hearing them. The
can I
oh I'm trying to beat Kobe, so I'm getting there at 4 o'clock in the morning. Kobe notices I'm getting there at 4, so he shows up at 3. Like
you know
damn, like I
you
love
know what
that, bro.
my favorite thing is through media. Obviously, the big debate is LeBron and Jordan, right?
Mm,
I love when you hear the former players talk and
right.
how highly regarded everybody is. That's the other debate, but nobody talks enough about Jordan in the media. The former players all talk about, yo, y'all got to give him the credit he deserves.
Yep.
And it's like what you said, is they all had that story like, yeah, I was warming up before the game and I seen Kobe in a full sweat, and he's like, nah, he's been here.
Mm-hmm.
Like just stuff like that. Like, who
Working.
was it? Melo said that they in the Olympics when they all came back from the club, Kobe was in the lobby of the hotel, like, yo, where you going? I'm going to work out at like 4 in the morning. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, right.
It's like that.
I love those stories.
Yeah.
I love like how could you be mad at that? How could you hate on that?
That's what
Like
I mean.
I'm
How
not gonna
could
lie,
you
you
hate
know
at
this.
somebody
I was
willing
a
to
Kobe
work?
hater.
How could you hate on
You
somebody
know
willing
this.
to
I was a
work
Kobe
to
hater.
be the great, to be great?
Mm-hmm. That's a fact. Like, and I was a Kobe hater, not in a sense of I didn't respect his game or anything like that. Y'all know I'm a Wade fan, but who's right next to Wade? Right there, Kobe. I got Kobe
Oh,
right
don't
there. I
worry.
got Kobe right there.
Don't
You
worry.
feel me? He got Kobe right there. You feel me? Like I
I
love
yo,
Kobe.
I got high school Kobe.
Exactly. You know, we
I got
Kobe.
Kobe.
There's
I got
no.
the Kobe tat and everything.
Mm-hmm. Like Kobe is a goat. So there's no slight on Kobe at all. But yeah, Kobe, that mentality, and that I use that mentality today when it comes to Jones for sports and pushing it with Mamba mentality because that's what you need if you want to be successful. So definitely appreciate his work effort that he put in, not only for himself, but he drove that to so many other players. Like so many other players are great because of Kobe. PG, I mean, name them. There's so many Kobe lovers out there, and he elevated everybody's fucking game.
Look, even some of the
Everybody's
young,
game. So
the guys taking over now, Devin Booker, Jason Tatum,
exactly, exactly. The young bulls right now that's doing work.
like
So definitely shout out to
his
that.
mark, his mark on the game is still there.
Yeah, his impact will always be there. His impact will always be there. My last question when it comes to Kobe is, what is your favorite Kobe moment? Now, there's thousands of Kobe fucking moments, but what is the one that stands out to you? And if y'all,
Uh,
same question to y'all in the chat. If y'all have a Kobe moment that stands out to y'all, write it in the chat. I'll put it up there.
that's hard because, like I said, he was my favorite player.
Yeah, I
But
know. So that's a tough question
so
for your
I could
ass.
say like I could say 81, this that. But honestly, like my favorite is the buzzer beater in the playoffs against the Suns because that
Okay.
team was nothing but Kobe.
Yeah, that's true.
That was when he was carrying.
That
That was
that
when
was special.
and the Suns were loaded. The Suns were, but like he just put that was him putting the team on his back and just going for it.
And just going.
That
Yeah.
has to be
Nah,
like there's numerous buzzer beaters, 40 point, 50 point, 60 point, 70 point, 80 point games. Like, you know what I'm saying?
yeah, not a fact. For me, my favorite Kobe moment, I have it was one that broke my damn heart. But the buzzer beater against the Heat on Wade, my favorite player. That's my favorite
Yeah, that
moment
was nasty. He
because
just
it
threw
was
that
it
up.
was Wade's one of favorite moment. Yeah, like it was a little. It wasn't a rivalry, but it was a small rivalry because Wade
Yeah,
was trying to get Kobe's respect, and Kobe finally was like, "Nah, this motherfucker right here, he's a beast." So they went at it, but all respectfully, of course. And
of course.
everybody knows the story. Wade broke Kobe's nose in the All Star game, and that was Kobe's payback. Like, oh, you want to break my fucking nose? I got you.
Yeah,
Hit a buzzer
I'm not
beater
gonna
on
lie. I'm not gonna lie. I hated Dwayne Wade for a little for that.
him. I bet you
I was
did.
like, yo, it's an All-Star game. What are we doing?
When he told Iman you had a good game and chores to
All right, I'll say
yeah,
this.
he's
I'll
known
say
for
this too.
talking
I'll say this
shit.
too.
That was a
As
good one.
as a Kobe fan from New York, all the moments against the Knicks, I love it.
Oh
Because
yeah.
when he came to the Garden, he was always putting on a show.
Mm-hmm.
Like it
He
meant
definitely
something
did.
to
And
be in
last
the
but not
garden.
least, for sure, he definitely the garden. That's what where the stars show up. You know, in the garden. That's just where you got to do it. You got to do it in the garden. He did it every time. Another one that which is probably everybody's favorite, everyone's top three or top five Kobe moment. Last game, you dropped
Oh, of
60.
course,
Come on,
60. Go
there's
out,
no
Mamba
better
out.
way to leave the game for Kobe because that's what he does. He's a
Yeah,
bucket getter. He's a bucket getter. So he went and got game, and that shit was just beautiful to watch. Like I watched every last second of that game, and I was just cheering him on like I was a fucking Laker fan. And I'm not a Laker fan. Like I fuck with the Lakers, but I'm not a Laker fan. I fuck with the Lakers now because of Bron, and of course because of Kobe. But yeah, that's just my little story with that. But rest in peace, Kobe. Rest in peace, Gigi. Rest in peace to the other six that were on that
everybody. Yeah.
helicopter. You guys will forever be in our hearts, and we will forever live our lives with Mamba mentality. Yes, sir. All right. So now, now it's time to talk about football, baby.
Yeah.
Woo! We got a good Sunday coming up. I mean, a good one. I personally like the matchups that we got right now. I think it is probably. I think personally, it's the best matchups that we could have gotten. That's just my personal opinion. What are your thoughts on that? Do you like the matchups that we have right now for Championship Sunday? And chat, same question goes out to you guys.
Oh yeah, I think the matchups are like perfect because honestly, as I look at it, I don't see these games where you could like pick a team immediately.
Right,
Like I can't say the Ravens are definitely winning that, or Kansas City's definitely winning that game. Like,
right.
or even in the NFC is like you can see like I can see how this game turns this way, and then how this game turns. You can see it all.
Mm-hmm. Right. There's different. There could be so many different outcomes
Yeah,
in these games, so it's hard to make a pick. Nah, I'm with you on that. Yeah, no, you already heard what I said. I love these matchups. I think it's the best four that are available, um, and Cowboy Nation might hate on me for saying that, but I never even had the Cowboys in there, and y'all see why I didn't have the Cowboys in there.
you could. If Cowboy Nation's mad at you for that after seeing that performance, then Cowboy Nation got to wake up and be real with themselves.
Cowboy Nation
Like,
hasn't been
what do
real
you
with
want?
themselves
Like,
in a very long time.
these are the
Cowboy
teams in the
Nation
playoffs
listens to the
that been
owner.
showing up.
Cowboy Nation listens to the fucking owner. Why? I don't know. The owner has been lying to you guys for 28 fucking years, and y'all still believe in the same fucking lie.
There's a
Something wrong
difference
with it.
between there's a difference
Something
between
wrong with
how everybody feels about Detroit and how everybody feels about the Cowboys. Because you're almost there with
it.
not winning.
Exactly.
So it's like, but everybody's
That's a
like,
fact.
yes, let's go Detroit, let's pull for them, and everybody's like, we're happy when the Cowboys lose. Like,
It's crazy. It's crazy. But, ladies and gentlemen, who you've all been waiting for, our man, welcome to the stage. Is he
I think
here?
I know this.
Where'd he go?
Oh
Oh,
yeah, I've
we in
met this
here.
guy before.
Oh,
I've
there we
met this
go.
guy before.
Nico is in the building, y'all.
I'm.
He here, y'all.
Yeah,
What's good, my guy?
I've arrived.
Yeah, we already
I've
know.
I've
So,
arrived.
Better
Nico,
late than never, right, Nico?
of course. Um, first, before
Yeah.
we get back into what we're talking about, we spoke on today being the passing of Kobe 4 years ago. What are your first? Where were you when you heard the news? And then second, what did Kobe mean to you?
Um, I was at the crib. Like I absolutely do remember this, yo. I was at the crib. It was still type early for me. Um, y'all can hear me. I'm good connection wise.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you
yeah, yeah.
good.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
You good?
Um, Yeah, I was at the crib. I was working like this super early job. So I was work from like 6 a.m. to like 10 a.m. I had got home, I was chilling for a little bit, and then like I thought it was a joke. I just kept seeing on Twitter like, "Yo, rest in peace, Kobe. Rest in peace, Kobe. Rest in peace, Kobe." And I'm like, Twitter kills somebody like every 3 months. Like,
Yeah.
so I
Yep.
wasn't really thinking nothing of it. I'm like, nah, they bullshitting. And then I looked and I was like, nah. Wait, what? And then I started getting text messages. I started getting calls. I was like, oh, hold on, because I happened to be on the phone at the time. I was like, yo, let me call you right back. Let me double check this. Let me make sure this is real. And yo,
Right.
I never felt like a celebrity death. Like it never hit me in the moment like that did. Like,
Mm-hmm.
usually you got to sit and think like, yo, this person meant a lot to a lot of people and so on and so forth. But like to be someone that I never personally met, like I was like, oh shit, like it hit me. Like I was hurt.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Uh, it was all hot. It was hot in the face. It was blinking a lot and shit.
Yeah. Uh-huh. That's a fact.
You know what?
The
You know
what
what made
else?
it? You know what made that one more emotional too? The Lakers' first home game back. That whole ceremony, I was like, you killing me.
Yo, yeah. That shit was a
Oh
boo-hoo
yeah,
festive. Like that shit
the
was
Oh,
woo. That was tough. That was
that
definitely
24 seconds around the world. Yeah.
yeah. That was tough. So what did Kobe mean to you as far as um did he motivate you? Did he bring any type of knowledge to you? What did he mean to you when you watched him?
Uh, for me personally, it was levels to yo like what he meant and like yo what he was and like you know how impactful he was to me because like growing up early as an early basketball fan, like my first two favorite players ever was my first three favorite players ever was like Michael Jordan, Allen Iverson, and Kobe Bryant. Like, and that's just being born in the '90s. That's who you grow up watching. Like people, you grow up
Right.
in the '90s. If people are talking basketball, people are talking about the Bulls. Like that's what they were talking about. So that was like
Yep.
default my first favorite player, like player '99. It was Jordan everything.
Fact.
And
Fact.
then then the next all through elementary school, all is Kobe and Iverson. That's dead all you care about. Kobe and Iverson, Kobe and Iverson. Like I didn't care about nothing else, just because he was young, he was cool, he had the fro, like he was dunking, he
Yep.
was doing everything. You feel me? Like he was just the next up, and then becoming a little bit older and like becoming like a real basketball fan. You develop your own favorite players and favorite. I was a
Mm-hmm.
D Wade guy, and like I hated Kobe. Like to have to play against
We
Kobe, like
got
I
the
have to
same
watch your favorite
story.
team have to play against him.
We had the same
Like you hate
story.
him. Like yo, you hate him genuinely.
Yep.
Uh, he's wilding. Like he's averaging 50 for like a month. I remember when he hit that buzzer beater. That shit that they always show, that buzzer beater from three, like right on D Wade's hand. I re-
Didn't I say that, E?
like right on D Wade's hand. I remember when they were talking about that. Uh, like they always talk about it, and I remember like living it. Like I stayed up late to watch the shot because D Wade East Coast, all the East Coast games be done early. Whenever we play the
Yep.
Lakers, the game don't start till 10:30 in New York. So like
Facts.
I'm sitting here, I stayed up late. I watch niggas lose. I go to school the next day. Everybody know where I stand. They know I'm a D Wade fan. My boy Big Mac at the time was like a OD Kobe fan. So like, yo, as soon as I walked in, they was letting me
Oh,
have it
big
about the
man.
buzzer beater.
Uh-huh.
They was letting me have it about the buzzer beater as soon as I walked into class. Like, so I've had the ups and downs, and then it gets to a point where, he starts to get a little bit over the hill, a little bit more past his prime, and it's like, yo, you just have to respect all of the
Yep.
contributions as a player. Uh, and then I get a little older, and my relationship with basketball changes a little bit more. Like I start to coach. I'm a parent. I'm a
Mm-hmm.
parent of a daughter who plays basketball. Um,
Mm-hmm.
the year that Kobe died was like my daughter's first year of showing like any interest in basketball.
Mm.
Um, like she's 10, she just turned 10 now. So she had just turned 6 right before Kobe died. And she was just starting to like watch basketball, like LaMelo Ball. Um,
Yes, sir.
LaMelo Ball was her guy at that time. She was really big into watching like Kobe, LeBron, and then Gigi. Like, so that had added an element of our relationship, watching him coach his daughter, watching his daughter play, watching his daughter train. Mine was just getting into it. Like I was coaching, I was bringing her around, and so like that was a
Right.
lot for her. She didn't even register that. She didn't register that Gigi had died until maybe like 4 or 5 months later. Like it just didn't. because
Mm.
she was 6. She go to
Right.
start school, 2nd grade the next year. Everybody in school, all the older kids, all the staff, everybody's talking about, rest in peace, Kobe, 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 Kobe. And she's like, yo, like what? And she come home asking one day, like, like Kobe Bryant died? And I was like, yeah. And that shit hurt to have to explain. Like that shit was
Yeah,
rough.
Yeah.
Uh,
Yep.
I bet.
so yeah, he meant a lot, like as a young player, as a growing basketball fan, as an adult basketball fan, as a coach.
Hmm.
Like even to this day, like I have a collection on my Instagram post, like on my Instagram page, where I'll just save posts, and like one of the collections is literally just like for motivation, and one is like for coaching specifically. And it's like, yo, I take so many things, and
Yep.
with the kids today, it's easiest to relate them to somebody they know. So it's like, yo, I find mad Kobe clips of him saying the things
Hmm.
that I try to implement in my practices all the time or in my workouts.
Exactly.
So to hear it from him, like beyond the grave, like, yo, he's damn near my assistant coach now. Like Kobe was everything for real, for
That's
real.
tough. That's tough.
Like Kobe was
Nah,
that
that's
everything
tough.
for real,
That's
for real.
tough. Last question on Kobe. What is your favorite Kobe moment?
Ever?
Ever.
Um, my favorite Kobe moment ever. Uh,
That's tough. That's a tough question.
that is a tough question. Damn, that's a tough question. I think like one that I remember the most was like it was one of the first times I ever saw Kobe be like human as a kid. Um,
Mm.
it might have been like game 4 against Detroit. It might have been game 4 against that Detroit finals, and
Mm.
struggling. Like he had to work for every single shot. And I remember watching that finals and like everybody around me, like my mom, my uncles, my aunts, my cousins, like everybody like knew that like I was like the youngest in the house. Everybody knew like I was a Kobe fan, and they like like it's a wrap for your boy. Like that's it, it's over. Um, they just come off the three-peat. They about to lose to Detroit, and he might be missing every other shot like badly. Like he's short on threes, he's short on mid range, he's long on mid range. Like nothing is going his way. Like Tayshaun and Rip is letting him have it, and just to watch him like struggle through that game. And I think he still might have ended with like a 30 piece or a 40 piece or something like that. And this is early 2000s, so a 40 piece early 2000s is still impressive.
Oh yeah.
But like to watch him never stop shooting, and like you didn't really like I didn't connect it until I was older of him saying
Right.
like, yo, oh for I'd rather somebody go 3 for 30 than go 1 for 8, because that mean after that 8 shots they
Exactly.
quit. Like
Yeah.
he might have went like 14. He might have went like 14 for 30 something in that game. Like, but he was letting that bitch fly, because if he didn't, they wouldn't
Letting
have had
that
a
thing
chance.
go.
He was letting it fly.
That's a fact.
And I just mad respect for it. Like as an adult, I respect that moment so much more. I just remember watching it like as a kid live, like he's struggling. Why is he still shooting the ball so much? But as an adult, it's like he didn't give up, because if he didn't, who was gonna do it on that team?
Facts.
Hmm. That's a fact.
Because
Definitely a fact.
Ben and Rashid was working on Shaq. Like,
They was
Ben
on
and
his
Rashid
ass.
wasn't playing with Shaq, and
Yep.
everybody else was on Kobe. So
Yep. That's a fact. That's a fact, though. So again, shout out, rest in peace to Kobe, Gigi, and the other 6 members that were on that plane. Forever in our
yo, this
hearts.
is super off topic, super off topic. Not really
Go ahead.
super off topic, but probably a little less like morally sound than what the topic was. But like, yo, if you the other 6 people, like if you the other 6 families, like yo, you tight? Like if you the other 6 families, you tight? Because every time people talk about it, like people be like, yo,
Facts. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
condolences to Cole. Like, don't nobody really
Yep.
be talking about them other 7 people. Like, I don't know their
Right.
names still. Like,
Facts. Facts.
y'all
That's a
feel the
fact.
way? Would y'all
Facts.
feel the way if y'all was one of them other families?
No, no. Personally, that's Kobe. That's
You a good
Kobe.
person. You a good
In a
person.
way, no.
That's
In a
Kobe.
way, I understand, but in a way, I feel away because I'm
Kobe.
like,
That's
but my
Kobe.
family member was on the helicopter too. Like, I know he gets the fame because he's famous, of course,
Right.
but at least shine a little more light. Like yo,
My
Hey,
I,
if
I
everybody.
your uncle, if your
but
uncle ain't never scored 81, he gotta just chill.
Yeah,
my thing is
he gotta be part of the
my
rest.
thing
Yeah, I
is,
get it.
and this is no disrespect to those families. Like
No, none at
we're
all.
not, right? Like we all being respectful and all that. My thing is, if Kobe wasn't on that, if Kobe and Gigi wasn't on that plane,
Oh, it's not a
would we
story.
have heard of them?
Do they
We
talk
No,
about
wouldn't
it
hear.
at all?
We wouldn't
no.
know about it at all. We
It
know
would have
about
been.
these
It
people
would have been
because
honestly. It
you
would have
know what
been
I'm
a
saying.
local. That would have been a local news story. It would have never made its way to us in New
That's a
York.
fact. That's a fact.
That's it.
And if it did, it
That
would
would have
have
been
been
a
like
local
real
story.
brief. Like
Yeah,
it
it
would
would
have
have
been real
been
Boom.
like
brief. Like
some
yo, y'all heard about that helicopter that
ABC
crashed?
World News type shit.
They would have called Kobe.
Literally.
Kobe, don't fly today. Niggas is fucking dying in the helicopters. All right.
Yo, literally, yo, Kobe, you know that's your shit. You should probably chill out
That's your
today.
shit. Don't fly today. Somebody just crashed.
Yeah,
That's what we would have heard. But
yeah,
because Kobe and Gigi was on there, we know about these people too. And of course, we're gonna pay respect to them. But
of course.
Yo,
we can't
that's
be
a
mad.
gruesome way to go. Yo, that's a
Yeah,
terrifying way to go.
horrible, horrible.
Terrifying, bro. Like
That shit
I
is
never,
was got me terrified of fucking helicopters. I tell you that much.
yo, like
I
God
ain't
willing,
getting on no goddamn helicopter.
I never want to be in a situation where I can't just go instantly, where I can't just be like gone. Like
Right,
I couldn't
nigga.
imagine. I couldn't and then
Mm-mm.
having to be a parent in that moment. Like yo, like
Those
just
last
the
seconds
the terror,
with your
dog. Like
child.
yo, to literally like look at your child in the face, like and you'll tell like there's nothing that I can do here for y'all. Like there's nothing I can
Yeah,
do here to protect us. Like that
Yeah,
shit
that
is
shit's tough.
terrifying, bro. Like oh
That's
my god, that shit
that's
broke my
tough.
heart, yo. For like
Yep.
yeah.
I was,
That's crazy.
whew, I was in bad shape for a little bit after that one.
Yeah, me too.
That one hit
Me
me,
too.
and I always said like I never even thought like Kobe wasn't even a thought of mine. Like I always tell people like I got some favorite celebrities and whatnot. Like like when Jay-Z go, y'all don't have to check on me. Like I've
Right,
always said that a couple times about a couple people, but like yo, Kobe Dead wasn't even on my like bingo card. Like I never even
right.
thought that was a possibility. Like
Mm-hmm.
Facts. Facts.
Yep.
yo, like never even thought about it. Like that's
Like
nuts to me.
honestly,
That's like if LeBron go next year or something like randomly.
like for me, for him being like my favorite athlete and stuff, I didn't think like if you hear something like that, you gonna be like, I was gonna be like hurt. You know what I'm saying? I thought
Yeah,
I'm
nah,
not,
that shit hurt.
bro. I was like, I
Hurt.
gave
That
Painful.
shit
everybody
hurt.
near me.
Like a
I was
family
like
member.
silent treatment for a week, bro. I didn't talk to
Yo, that shit
nobody.
hurt. Yo, yeah, it's like yo, you like had
I
to
legit
grieve a
went to
family
work. I
member.
legit went to work.
Yep.
Came home. That was it. Like I didn't talk. I was like, "Yo, you all right?" Nah, I'm not talking.
Yeah,
That shit
genuinely, yo.
was tough. That shit is tough as hell.
And
It's
it's
still
because
tough.
yo, it's because like even as much older as he is than us or was than us, which wasn't much because what Kobe passed, he
Nah.
was like 40, he was like
Yeah.
41 or something, 42. He
Yeah,
was like early 40s.
42, something like that. Yeah.
Yeah, like Kobe might be like 15 years older than us. Like
Yeah.
not even that much. Like
Exactly.
we watched him grow up. Like we watched him be in the league from
Exactly.
17 to 40. Like we watched him
Yep.
play from 17 to 40. Same as LeBron. Like we
Uh,
watched him grow up. We kind of
exactly.
grew up with him. It's like an older
Mm-hmm.
cousin kind of thing. Like
Yeah.
you get to
Yep.
watch him grow and come into his own. And you did feel like an older cousin. You get to watch him have kids. And you're like, oh yeah, like you feel
Hundred
connected to them.
percent.
Same thing
Hundred
like yo,
percent.
LeBron. Like we've watched LeBron grow up in front of us. Like when he
Yep.
goes, it's gonna be a same thing. It's gonna be tragic. Like
Tragic.
you grow with these people. You grow with these figures. Like
Mm-hmm. You grow
and it's
attached to
even
them.
worse when they don't get like when they don't get a chance to grow old. Like Kobe was what 2 years
Yeah.
out of the league when that shit happened. Like he wasn't.
Yeah.
Yep.
He had only retired for what 2-3 years by the time that shit
Something
happened. He
like that.
wasn't
Yeah.
even really able to live life yet. Like when you
Yeah,
dedicate
that
that
shit.
much of your life to a craft, he was in his profession for 20 years and he wasn't just at the bottom level of it. Like he was obsessive about his profession to be at the top. Like
That's
how little time he had with his family because he wanted to be the best to
mm-hmm.
finally retire and be like, y'all can give this time to my family now. And have that shit taken away is like, yo, tragic.
Yeah.
I couldn't
That's why we
imagine,
gotta
yo.
appreciate life. We gotta appreciate life
Facts.
every day
Absolutely.
that we
That's
wake up.
that's
We gotta get up and grind. Get to it.
Absolutely.
Ain't no complaining. Kobe wanted to complain. He got up, and he got to it. Let's
That's
do
a
it.
fact.
What do we? If we woke up, we got a chance. We got a fucking chance
Yo,
out here in the world, y'all. We got a chance. If you wake up, you got a chance. So take advantage of that shit. I tell my kids, I work in the school. I tell my kids all the time, you woke up today, you got a chance to be great. Go show it. Go prove it. Because there's a lot of people that's doubting your ass right now. You ain't going to do it. Well, let's go do it. Let's go do it. So thank you, Kobe, for all the inspiration that you gave us and the great memories and all that you stood for. You're a great man, and your memory will forever live on. And your daughters, and of course, the other 6 that were involved in that crash. Salute to you guys. Um, Now back to the football championship Sunday. I asked E already. Now I'm gonna ask you your first question. Are you good with outside of your team not being here? Are you good with the 4 that we got right now?
yeah, I feel like this is the 4 that everybody expected to be there at like week 3. Lions
Mm-hmm.
aside, like even fuck week 3. Before we played a down of football at all this season, if people would have had to do their picks, I feel like most teams would have been looking at this kind of setup. It would have been
Mm-hmm.
like uh might have been Eagles, Chiefs, Ravens,
Yep.
Either
Eagles,
one of
Chiefs,
y'all two
Ravens.
teams.
Yeah,
Yep.
literally like either Eagles, Cowboys, but the other 3 teams, Niners,
Yep.
Chiefs, and Ravens. I feel like that was a lock.
Yeah.
I feel like that 4th team is literally just that's been the only throw off. Uh,
Yep.
I'm okay with it as it is. My money right now to win it all is on the
Whoop,
Ravens.
whoop. Oh, okay. Okay. You can go with it.
No, yeah, my
All right.
money
So
is on the Ravens.
you going with the Ravens to
I
win it
guess
all.
that's
So
leading right into our first predictions.
I got the
there
Ravens,
we
bro.
go. We
I
got
got
our
the
first
Ravens winning it
predictions.
all.
He got the Ravens winning it
Ravens,
all.
Ravens, Lions, Super Bowl.
Ravens Lions. So he got Ravens Lions. E, what you got?
All right. I got the Ravens. Well, I can't take the Chiefs. I
I know
hate
you
them.
not.
I'm never gonna
I know
take
you
the
not.
Chiefs.
I refuse.
Don't even. I don't want to see it. I don't want to see who in the Super Bowl. I don't want to see every cut screen to her.
Who
I'm good off
mid
that.
Mahomes? Mid Mahomes. I want to watch
Mm.
mid
Don't even
Mahomes
get me started on how Buffalo blew that game to give it to them.
because that's
So
what Buffalo
before
does. Like I've been saying all season on here,
that's what they
Josh
do.
Allen throw
Tell
games away. That's what Josh
and then
Allen do.
let's before I get into that, Jones, your boy Diggs try to big up his brother, throw all that shit. His brother didn't show up
Yeah. Yeah.
at
All
all.
right, all right, all right. Look. That's my
You don't drop. He
that
dropped money. He left money on that field.
he
He's
did.
drinking.
But
The Lions are not being. I got the Lions too. I wasn't gonna
as a
say my pick
receiver,
yet, but I got the Lions too.
everything is clicking for the
Wait,
I'm
Lions
going
all
with
right.
right
the
now.
Lions.
So
And
I have.
literally, Brock Purdy is the most fickle piece of
So
all of these
all
teams
right.
that are left.
So all right. Let me finish it. I have Baltimore. I just
Mhm.
think that defense is crazy, and Lamar's playing at a different level. And I think he needs this game to cap off the season he's having. He's having an MVP season. He needs to get to the Super Bowl. There's no
Yep.
better way to shut everybody up than to beat Mahomes and the Chiefs. And that
Exactly.
defense is different. Roquan Smith in that middle is playing. We have the best 2 middle linebackers in football playing on Sunday in both AFC and NFC championship game.
Yep.
Fred Warner.
Fred Warner and Roquan Smith.
Mm-hmm.
And so when it comes to the NFC, as of today, I'm leaning Detroit.
I am
Why?
too, honestly.
We don't know if Debo's playing.
Yep.
And we know what Brock looked like. We know what Brock
And
looked like if he got to be the only one out there.
Yep.
exactly, we seen what and if you could stop McCaffrey, Ayuk didn't really show up in that Green
Without
Bay game.
without Debo, it's a lot easier to focus in on McCaffrey. Like
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
without Debo, really, what else do you have to guard? Load the
And
box, load the
and with
box.
Detroit,
Keep eyes on him.
and with Detroit, they could run the ball.
Right.
And
They can run the ball and they
people
can
don't
stop
give
the
Jared
run.
Goff the credit he deserves.
Yo, Detroit can run the ball. I mean, they
Jared
can
Goff,
stop the ball, and their play calling right now super creative. They're making plays.
Yep.
Amon-Ra St. Brown
Laporta,
is a
Laporta's
coverage
looking
Jody
problem
in the
right now.
building.
Laporta's looking like a beast.
Amon-Ra St. Brown.
and he's hurt.
Amon-Ra is a
Amon-Ra
problem.
is the
Yes.
man because he helped me win the fantasy football league.
I like Amon-Ra a lot. I like him and his brothers coming
We don't
in.
know.
Amon-Ra's good. Like I just think right now Detroit got that edge.
Yeah, I
I
like
think
it.
it comes down to, I feel like for all four teams involved, I think it's going to come down to the better defensive teams win. And
Yes,
between us, Kansas City, they can't stop a nosebleed.
Yeah, that is
Genuinely, like
the
I think like
everybody Kansas City has played in the last couple weeks. They putting up 30 points.
I
Like
tell you what,
you can't give Lamar Jackson a 30 point head start,
Kansas
especially with
City's
the defense
defense,
he has.
Kansas City defense looked good in that second half against Buffalo. I think because
That's not
Buffalo,
hard.
I'm gonna tell you why though. Buffalo started being too predictable.
hmm
yeah. They started
I
turning
feel
into Buffalo.
Buffalo,
Started
They
doing
Buffalo's a
Buffalo went away from what worked so well. They could
running the
But I
not
feel
ball.
like
stop
they've
James Cook.
always been. I feel like they've
Exactly.
always been a one-trick pony. Like James Cook, they got lucky, and James Cook showed up for them like 2-3 weeks. Outside of that 2-3 weeks, they're a one-trick pony. Hey, Josh Allen, here you go, lose the game for us,
And I
and he
tell
gonna
you what
drop
too.
back and he gonna throw
And
the
I
ball
tell you what
40
too.
times.
Buffalo's defense was Swiss cheese out there against Mahomes because he was
Yeah,
driving at will. But
hmm
he was cooking their ass up.
Baltimore's defense is not going to allow that.
No,
Nah,
no.
And the fact that
and
Kansas City
and
got
and
injuries on that offensive line.
And I think you use that loosely because Mahomes only threw the ball 14 times. Like it looked like he was doing a lot more than he did. Like
Yeah,
I've said it all season, without Tariq, they make it look like he's doing a lot more than he does. His successful games, they don't let him throw the ball 20 times. Like they're treating him like a rookie quarterback. Like he's not being treated. Mahomes gets a lot of credit and he gets handled like somebody who hasn't been in the AFC championship 6 times. Like he get this whole season, we only gonna throw the ball for about 14, 15 times a game. We gonna manage clock and let Josh Allen lose it on his own because that's that what
yeah.
happened. Like
Yep.
Mahomes get a lot of
Yeah.
credit for winning games while he's on the sideline. Like I don't think that when you're playing a real team on a real quarterback, like Lamar is going to bust their ass. Like it's going to be nasty.
If
And
Josh Allen was running on them the way he was,
you feel me? And he's not
how are you going
Yeah,
to
Lamar.
stop that
exactly.
man?
That's where the
You
problem
That
feel
comes
man
from,
me?
is
man.
he's a different level of running quarterback.
And that's the thing. Lamar don't got to put
And
up
I
with
think
numbers. He
Josh.
hasn't
weapons.
I
put up
think. I
numbers
think
all year. He hasn't put up
on the
numbers
ground,
all year.
he
He
hasn't
just
really tried. He's
right, but he
casual,
just
picking
making
people
it
apart with
look
his
so
arm.
fucking easy. Easy.
And I think
He's
I got
getting
the
4 play
Ravens.
drives. How you gonna get big
And
numbers?
I
You
can
get
tell you what
touchdowns in
too.
4 plays.
What Buffalo didn't have that Baltimore does, they have a deep threat.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Zay Flowers could stretch the
And
field.
and I'm hearing that Mark Andrews might be back this
He's
game.
active. They activated him.
Oh yeah. So it's definitely over. It's absolutely not even a close game. Like I
Let's
don't
not
even
forget to
have it
mention.
I
I
hope.
thought they was going to struggle without Mark Andrews, but Isaiah likely.
calm.
Yep.
And now they're just gonna have a double tight end threat this weekend.
Yep.
Calm. I like Detroit. I like Detroit's play calling. I like their offensive play calling already. It's super creative. They move the ball. They put up points. Um, I think defensively, playing against a 49ers team that doesn't have a Debo, um, Pacheco is an outstanding back. That's crazy. Um,
Nah,
Isaiah
he's
Pacheco,
definitely a good back.
he's
Definitely a good
good,
back.
but he was on my fantasy team this year, so I'm not gonna sit here and be like he's outstanding. Like I've been watching his numbers all year. He's on my fantasy team.
Me too.
Uh, I wouldn't call son outstanding
He
at
didn't.
all by any.
I tell you what.
He had
For
like
the
4 big
championship game,
weeks.
for my championship game, he didn't start.
You feel me? Like he's been on my squad. Like I wouldn't call him outstanding. Um,
Right.
Get a better. Like
literally
got to go against a better tackling team. Let's not forget to mention
that's
too.
that it.
Buffalo
He
had
He
plays
runs
his
hard.
Buffalo had a
He
bunch
just
of
runs
four
hard.
string linebackers out there.
he's fast as shit. He runs hard,
He
but
run like a
yeah,
Oh
motherfucker.
no,
Yeah.
he's
he
that's the one.
only
He's all motor.
He's
like
all
y'all
motor.
said,
He
he's
run like
only
a
successful
madman.
against teams that tackle poorly. Like a solid defense out there. Isaiah Pacheco is terrible between the tackles. Against
Yeah,
a
no,
solid defense, he's god awful between the tackles.
the
He's
Ravens are gonna
literally
eat his ass up.
pitch, toss, screen guy. The
The
Ravens,
Ravens are
he
gonna
won't
eat
he
his.
won't get no love between the tackles,
Who do
and
y'all think?
they're gonna make Mahomes a passer, and we're gonna see what's up for real, for real.
Who do y'all got? So starting in. So we'll go all 4 teams. Starting with the Baltimore Ravens. Who's your X
hmm
factor? Nico.
Um, Odell Beckham.
Ooh,
I got Odell
ooh,
Beckham as my X factor in that because, like you said, people are going to key in. Lamar obviously. Um, the running back, the running game, gussing them obviously. Zay Flowers stretching the field obviously. But yo, last week was I think Odell might have had like 2 catches only, but
yeah.
he was open damn near every play. And
It
whenever
was a
shit
few.
breaks
Yeah,
down, and Lamar got to move, he's always there in them little small tight windows. He's gonna be a factor. I feel like he's a veteran. He's been around the block. He's been on playoff teams. He's been on championship teams.
appreciate you,
I feel
Jordan.
like he's gonna be an X factor, and he's gonna have a game. I feel like it's about time. He was so quiet last week. I think Odell has a game this week.
I
Like
like, I
either
like.
now or in the Super Bowl, Odell is going to have a fucking coming out game, and we're gonna
He's
be
due
like,
Odell,
one.
Odell,
that's
He's due
why.
Odell.
one. He's
Before
due
that
one.
injury, Odell was gonna go off in that Super Bowl game.
Absolutely, he
Sure.
scored the first drive, right?
He
Like
was
he was
gonna go
about
off.
to
Yeah.
eat. He had 3 catches and a touchdown or some shit that first drive and got
Uh huh.
hurt. I
That's a
got
fact.
him. He's due. Odell is going to have a phenomenal game either now or in the playoffs. I got it. I
Yeah,
got it on my board. Like I'm waiting on it.
he's due. E, who you got
I'm
as your X factor for the Ravens?
All right, mine's gonna. I would have loved to pick that, but I'm gonna go on the defense. I'm gonna say Kyle Hamilton, the safety.
Mm, I
That's who's
like.
gonna have to guard Gronk. We all know that. I mean, not Gronk,
You said
Kelsey.
Gronk.
That we all know it's always up to the safety. He's their best. He's been their best player in that secondary all year.
yeah,
Yep,
absolutely.
I like that.
He makes the
I do.
tackles. He covers well. I think it's up to him. There's gonna on that defense. There's gonna be so much emphasis on the linebackers.
Yeah, oh
Yeah,
yeah.
Linebackers can't guard Kelsey.
Yep, yep.
absolutely. Maybe not last year. Maybe not like the
Oh no,
last 2 years. I
Kelsey.
feel like this
We are
year.
not. This is not the same Travis Kelsey that's been killing the league.
Yep.
Exactly. Absolutely.
So for
And I
me,
think
go ahead, go ahead.
nah. Just to finish, I think it's gonna be so much for that front seven to create that pressure on Mahomes. Where I think if Hamilton has a big game,
Hmm.
he might force some turnovers himself.
Yep.
Yeah. I would love to see some takeaways on the board.
Yes.
I would
And
definitely love
the
to see
one
some
thing I
takeaways on
hated
the
watching
board.
that game against Buffalo is Buffalo gets to the quarterback and they could not tackle him. He was breaking sacks with a whack ass side stripes. I'm like, you can't tackle this dude. Like,
That's
and then he's taking off running. Like, come on now.
and that leads me to my X factor, the Baltimore D line. You gotta you gotta put pressure on Mahomes. You
Jadavion
cannot
Clowney,
let
that
him.
weird ass number 24.
You gotta put pressure on. You cannot let him be comfortable. Even when he gets out of the pocket, you gotta be on his ass because he's a mobile quarterback as well. Some I don't know how, but the motherfucker can get out the pocket and run
He
for
be getting
fucking
like 20
yards.
yard runs, running mad awkward with that ugly ass
Awkward and
helmet.
slow as shit. Like, how the fuck is this man getting all these goddamn yards? So Baltimore, your defensive line gotta be perfect. Y'all gotta be put pressure on him and y'all gotta stop the run. If y'all able to do that, it's gonna be a breeze. Oh, breeze. You feel me?
I, I'll tell you this, being biased and all, I don't want this to be a close game.
I
I
bet you
would love to.
don't.
I would love to see the Chiefs get embarrassed.
Thank you.
I would love to see the Chiefs go
I
out there
want to
and get
see a good
embarrassed
game because I like
No, I
both
want to
teams.
see
I
a good
don't know
game in
what I
the
because
like both
championship.
teams in.
This one I want to
I just
see.
I want to see them get embarrassed because I know what the media gonna do. If Lamar comes out there and like outplays Patrick Mahomes, as I'm like 99.99%
Oh, you
confident
know
he
what the
will,
talk's gonna be
because he's
though. We don't have.
outplayed. Exactly. But that's my thing. If Mahomes wins, it's gonna be like, oh my God, he pulls it together whenever you need him or whenever you can't count on him. And it's gonna be he's so great, he's so amazing, and his grit and his will. And if Lamar busts their ass, if Baltimore wins by 20 or whatever else, they're not gonna give Lamar no credit. It won't be none of the talk will be about how great Lamar Jackson was or has been all season. It's gonna be about inept how inept the Chiefs' offense has been all season and all the struggles
Mm-hmm.
Mahomes has had and why it's not his fault that they got smacked. That's what's going to be the conversation. I would love to see them get embarrassed. I want Mahomes to actually have a phenomenal game, but I want them to lose. Like I would love to see a quarterback duel, but it won't be that. Like this
Right.
coaching staff without a primetime wide receiver, this coaching staff treats Patrick Mahomes like fucking Zach Wilson. Like they only let him throw the ball 15 to 17 times a game. You feel me? Like that's not
Yeah,
MVP shit to me. They
yeah, nah.
only let him throw the ball 15 to 17 times a game, but he's the best player in the league. That shit don't make sense to
And
me.
he throws mad tight end screens. Fuck that. I'm piling on the hate
Yo,
for Mahomes.
bro, he throw, and this is literally stats. Last game he
Listen,
dead
he's in
went
my
15.
division.
He
I
went
see him
14
twice
for
a year.
20
I
last
gotta
game.
hate this man.
Yo, he went 14 for 20 last game. Like this last, he went 14 for 20. Well, he had one touchdown, I believe. Like
Yeah.
that's Zach Wilson
One of
shit, bro. Like that's not impeccable.
He said
Like
Zach
that's that.
Wilson.
Yo, real shit. Like Garrett Wilson had a 1,000-yard season this year, the quietest 1,000-yard season you'll ever see.
Not
Like
even the quietest. That was like the most hard-working 1,000-yard season.
yo, the most difficult. And I just feel
Definitely
like yo, that's.
difficult.
I would love to see. I would love to see them
Yeah,
put the
Jody.
game in Mahomes' hand. I would love to say. I would love to see the Chiefs' offensive coaching staff or Andy Reid put the ball in Patrick Mahomes' hand and let him be the best player in the league. If that's what y'all feel, y'all are coming in against a team that is hands down better than y'all. Y'all playing against a quarterback that is better than your quarterback. If y'all really think Patrick Mahomes is the best player in the league, put the ball in his hands and let's see what's up. Let him be y'all X factor then.
Yep.
Because Lamar in that situation is gonna show up. Fucking Michael Vick in that situation is gonna show up. Tom Brady in that situation is gonna show up. If this is the guy that they keep saying is amongst that, I want to see him be amongst that when he don't have an MVP wide receiver.
Yep.
I want to see what he do because he's playing against another team. He's playing against another team that doesn't. I'm giving stats, Jody. Give me his stat line from the last game. He wasn't 14 for 21. That's a real. That's not.
You would think
That's a real.
Nico is
That's a
the
fact.
AFC West fan, right?
Yo, that's a fact.
For
I just don't
real.
like to talk. I just don't like to talk shit about things uninformed. You feel me? If I'm gonna talk shit about it, it's because I did the research on it.
I
I'm gonna
don't
talk
come
shit
on
about
with
it because
my
I know.
hate because I don't want to seem so biased. But damn, thank you, Nico.
Fuck Patrick Mahomes, bro. Like
Thank you, thank
and it's
you.
not. I'm not even my favorite team ain't in the AFC. Like there's no division beef. There's no this. There's no that. It's just like, yo, my degree is in media. Like my degree is in media communication, like broadcast. Like so, I understand the verbiage. I understand how they talk about things, why they talk about things the way they do. And I just see like, yo, he gets a lot of flowers and a lot of bias in the media, and it don't make sense to me because I watch football. I watch the games. Like it then
Yeah,
don't make sense
that's
to
the
me.
media for you. That's what
The
they
shit
gonna
don't
do.
make sense to me.
So for the Chiefs, who's
Everything
your
I feel
X
like
factor?
I feel like everything about that team has been inflated. Like Travis Kelsey's not a top 3 tight end all time. Like everything about that team and their successful run has been wild
Yeah.
overinflated.
Nah, I don't agree with you there. That boy
I don't
nice.
I don't got Trav top 3, bro. All time tight ends ever? Nah, not even. He's not as good as Gronk. He's not as good as Gronk was.
No,
He
no,
getting there.
no,
He
no,
getting
no,
there.
no, no, no.
He's and
He.
I can't even say he's getting there because he's done. Travis Kelsey's at the end of his career now.
Well,
He's a
yeah,
wrap.
true,
He was terrible this
true,
season.
true.
He was
But
terrible this year.
also those numbers, seven straight 1,000-yard seasons. Nobody ain't never did that
As a tight end,
as a tight end. Nobody. The closest was 4.
how many? The only tight end who did that was no, I can't even say the only tight end who did that. Yeah, nobody did that, but nobody also was playing against a nigga who was running a 4.240. Like it's real easy to get 1,000. He playing underneath. There's a 30-yard cushion because 3 niggas done ran with Tariq.
Now I feel you, but he ain't always have Tyreek. He was doing that before Tyreek got there. He was doing that before Tyreek was getting there.
I mean,
I know y'all. You're a little salty that y'all lost to them in the Super Bowl. Still, I know.
I get. Nah, I feel you.
I
Fuck
had
the
to throw
Chiefs.
that hate in there.
Fuck the Chiefs. I'm with that. I'm with all that. I'll stand by that with you, Nico. Fuck the Chiefs.
um, but yeah, who's your X factor for the
Choppy for
Chiefs?
a minute. I was losing my service was acting up.
Who's
Who's
your
that
X
on me?
factor? Yeah.
For the Chiefs,
For what game?
I'll say Rice, the
The
receiver.
Chiefs. The Rice. Okay. Who you got, Nico? Chiefs X factor.
Nico getting phone calls and shit.
Yeah, I think he frozen again. For me, I'm going with the D line. I'm going with the Chiefs D line. They got to show up against Lamar and that running game because that's what they do. They run the ball. they're the best running team in the league. And
True.
if you are able to at least slow that down a little bit, you give yourself a shot. If you can get them in the thirds and longs and 3 and outs, you put yourself in a better position to win the game. But
Yeah.
if you let them run the ball and get ahead of the sticks, yeah, it's gonna be a long day. Just like the Houston Texans just seen. Long ass fucking day.
Boy,
Long.
boy.
I thought it was gonna be a tighter game than that. No, they got
Yeah,
them
that's
right
what
the
it was
fuck up
looking
out
like
of there.
first half. I was like,
Yeah, 10-10 in the second half,
CJ
they said,
Stroud
nah,
might pull it off. In the second half, I said, never mind.
never mind. Never mind. They got right back in it. Now moving over to the NFC. Who is your X factor for the 49ers on offense? Or defense? It doesn't even matter. Both.
I'm gonna go offense anyway.
Okay.
Um, has to be McCaffrey.
Mm.
He's what gets them going. But now, you know what? I'll take Ayuk
Okay. I like that.
because obviously all the attention's gonna be on McCaffrey and stopping him and all of that. So I'll go Ayuk. He needs to show up because he wasn't. He didn't really do much in that Green Bay game,
Yeah, that's
you know.
true.
And if Debo's not there, somebody's got to help out besides Kittle and McCaffrey. So I'll say Ayuk.
I like that. I like that. Who you got for the 49ers, Nico?
I'm probably gonna have to agree with that. I feel like without Debo, because Kittle's had a quiet year. Kittle hasn't even been the Kittle of old for a lot of the season.
Right.
With Debo out, because Debo was really the number two this year. It was McCaffrey, then Debo, then Kittle, then Ayuk. I feel like Ayuk has to step up and really become like that main target in the air if they're gonna have a chance, because we've seen how they look with just McCaffrey as the weapon. We've seen how they look
Yep.
with just McCaffrey and Kittle. They don't look good with just a McCaffrey and just a Kittle. Um, Even with Purdy being as great as he needs somebody to throw to. And if Ayuk ain't gonna show up, they might as well not be there. If Ayuk don't show up, they might as well not travel.
All right, and that brings me to my next one. I'm gonna take it the next step. Um, those other guys, those whoever's next in line after Ayuk. If Debo's not there, whoever's next in line, I forgot his name.
Jennings.
Um, Jennings. There you go. You got to step up
Mm-hmm.
because the pressure's gonna be on Ayuk, and the ball's gonna be coming to you every once in a while. You got to be ready. So whoever's stepping in for that second slot, if Debo's not there, you better be ready because the ball's
I,
coming your way.
the only
You
thing
better
that
be
would,
ready.
I think the only thing that helps them so much is that defense.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
The ability to create turnovers and just like stop teams from marching down like that. Like
Yeah, that's a
that
fact.
helps them.
Now going to the last team, Detroit Lions. Who is your X factor? E.
My X factor for Detroit has to be Laporta, Sam Laporta.
Mm, I like that.
He opens it all up for St. Brown off in the slot. You know, and the fact that they run the ball so well, I think, creates that play action with the tight end leak outs and all of that. And he's a red zone threat. And then he's got a tough task. You're going against Dre Greenlaw and Fred Warner.
Mm-hmm.
That's a long day.
Yep. Oh yeah. It's a long day. Nico, who's your X factor for the Lions?
I think okay.
For Detroit, I got Jared Goff. You know, we've seen Jared Goff be in these late season moments. We've seen him, when he was with the Rams still. We've seen him like be in these late season moments and the lights be too bright for him and he have all the talent in the world around him and like mess it up. He has
Yeah.
to show up. Jared Goff has to come and be their leader like he's been all year. He got to come and be the old guy in the locker room like he's been for them all year. Like they rebuilt him in Detroit. Like, yo, he needs to show them like, yo, I got y'all back the way y'all had my back. Like, let's finish
Mm,
what we started, y'all. Like, I
mm.
would love to see Jared Goff come from being like, yo, ridiculed and being a laughing stock with the Rams to being like, yo, fucking a hero in Detroit, like a GOAT in
Yeah,
Detroit. Like I would love to see him do that.
Oh,
facts.
Jared Goff got
I
to
think
show up.
if he wins them a Super Bowl, he's the made man for life out there.
For sure.
He
For
Eminem to
sure.
Detroit if he won a Super
For
Bowl.
Hell
real,
yeah.
he's the new age Eminem.
Yep. That's a fact. He won them one.
They
It's
gonna build
over.
a statue. They gonna build a statue on 8 Mile for Jared Goff if he won a
He,
Super
he
Bowl.
they gonna call him G Rabbit.
Tomorrow. G Rabbit. Fact. That's a fact. um, I'm
That's
going
funny
with
as shit.
Hutchinson. I'm going with
Oh, Aiden.
Hutchinson. He gotta put pressure
Another
on
one, a
Purdy.
long day going against Trent Williams.
Yep,
Long
that's a
day.
long day. So you got a tough task ahead of you, but this is what you've been waiting for. These moments. So it don't matter who the fuck is in front of you. You got to get the job done.
Yep.
Got to get the job done. Your franchise is counting on you. Detroit is counting. A whole city is counting on you. So you got to. And we know
Literally.
we personally have our personal feelings about Purdy, so we know we personally don't feel like he's all that. He good, but he ain't all that. So if you can get that pressure on him and show and prove us right, I will definitely be thankful. I will forever be thankful.
Can
And
I
it's
just add this?
and
Can
it's
I
that
just
much
add this?
easier. It's that much easier.
How
Yep.
much do we want Debo to play? Because during that mid-season, him and Gardner Johnson was going at it, talking on
Uh-huh.
Twitter
Because
and
he
all
was
that.
talking about the
We
Eagles last
gotta
year.
see that.
Yep.
Yeah, exactly. We gotta see that. We gotta see them going at each other.
Exactly.
Yo,
I want Motown to
I
win this
want
game.
Debo to play. I want Debo to play just because like I already know the type of loser he is. Like if he know he can't play, he already talking about well this game don't count. He can be like, well, we wasn't full strength. Like yo, no team in the
Yep.
NFL is ever 100%
He gonna
healthy,
start
and
that
the
bullshit.
I
Niners is the
think
only team in the league that be
Nico's
like
saying that because of last year after what he said about
Oh,
the Eagles.
this is
after we beat them, and he was like, oh well, we
I
wasn't
mean, yo,
healthy.
let's be
We
honest.
wasn't healthy.
He was right about the Bradbury comment. Trash,
Bradbury is dirt. Absolutely, Bradbury is dirt.
trash,
But
trash.
to say that after you lose, makes you a loser. Like he didn't have nothing to say beforehand. After they lose, it's oh well, they're all trash anyway, and we weren't healthy. And when y'all played us this year, we wasn't the same team. We lost 3 starters on the secondary, whole new coordinator. It wasn't the same team. But y'all don't
Right.
care about that. Shit don't matter. Debo's a loser to me, but I want him to win so they could lose.
That's a fact. My last question for y'all, and this goes out because I this is the Jones of the Smoke part of the fucking episode because I personally hear so much about the fucking Cowboys not having won a Super Bowl since '96. What about the fucking 49ers?
Oh, yeah, true.
When the last time the 49ers won the fucking Super Bowl? Since y'all want to be all in the Cowboys fucking chat.
True.
Talking about Cowboys having won. What about y'all? What about
When the
y'all?
last time they
So
was close?
I mean, they have made 2 Super
they
Bowls.
went to 2 Super Bowls, but did you win? But did you win?
I don't care.
Nobody cares. Nobody cares if you went and you didn't win. So
I'm not gonna lie.
49er faithful, if y'all win this game,
Oh yeah.
just know I'm coming for your ass. I'm coming for your ass. Oh, y'all better not lose this game. Y'all better not lose this game. I'm just letting y'all know.
I mean, it
Ooh,
wouldn't
get
be
the
nothing out the
smoke, get the
normal.
smoke.
Got 4 or 5 NFC Championship game appearances in a row.
They
Come on
starting to
now.
reach that
Can't get a
old
dub.
Andy. Now I'm not
You're
taking a
looking like
shot,
the
but that
Buffalo Bills.
that's starting to be like that old. I'm not taking a shot here, but like that Andy Reid Eagles teams. They was in the NFC Chip 3 years in a
Mad
row, and they just
times.
couldn't get it done.
Yep. Went. Yep. That's a fact. That definitely happened.
Yeah.
So 49er faithful. If y'all don't get this game, just know I'm on your ass. Just know there's gonna be some Joseph smoke. There's gonna be a lot of smoke. So I hope y'all ready. I hope y'all got y'all receipts and all that shit that y'all want to bring up, Cowboys shit. I hope y'all got it. Cause I'm on your ass.
Be
I'm
ready.
on your ass.
Gonna be a long week.
Cause they not much. Cause they not much better to be like, oh well, yeah, the Cowboys was that then. Like, the Niners just what the Cowboys was in the '90s without the actual wins. You feel me? Like,
Exactly. Thank you. Come on now. Let's be real about it.
at least
Let's be real.
the 49ers have been there a couple of times. They've been to the NFC Championship game 4 or 5 years in a row now, and that's it. Like they
Jody.
getting smoked in these championship
Jody.
games.
Did they win?
You
But
feel
did they
me? That don't
win?
count because niggas shit on
That
Philly.
don't count.
People shit on
Nobody give a
Philly talking
fuck
about, oh,
about
they
who was
only
there.
got one.
If the Cowboys went to the Super Bowl this year and lost, would y'all give a fuck? No. Y'all wouldn't give a fuck. Y'all lost. Y'all would
Be
have
the
a
People
laughing
shit on
stock of
Philly.
the whole offseason.
The laughing stock of the whole all season. If the Cowboys went to the Super Bowl and lost, I would have to turn my phone off for a whole fucking month.
We'd be doing wellness checks every other day.
Y'all would have to come check in on me.
That's
See
mad
if I'm
funny.
still breathing. So,
bro, people give Philly shit about only having one Super Bowl win. Yep. We only got one ring in Philly, but I've seen my team play in 3-4 Super Bowls. I've seen physically in my life, I've seen my team play in 4 Super Bowls. Like, be that good. You feel me? Like,
you were blessed to see that. You were blessed to see that.
Yes, sir.
You got to see
that's
it
a fact.
as
We've watched Denver playing. We've watched Denver playing Super Bowls.
You were old enough to remember those.
And then in high school,
90s. I wasn't.
Yeah.
I was.
And in high school, and in high school, we got to watch them. We got to watch Denver go back.
Yep.
Exactly. So
it was with Peyton, but they went back.
We got smoked in one of them, but we won the last one.
I would, bro. People just want to see them.
I think y'all beat Cam Newton, right?
Yeah.
Or was that Seattle?
They beat Cam.
Seattle punched us.
Yeah,
Seattle
Jody,
punched us.
Okay.
I'm not trying to hear it, Jody.
We got punched on by Seattle.
They went shit.
That was a nasty one. I remember that.
We got punched
old
on.
Peyton.
Yeah.
Old man.
Second place is the first place loser.
Facts.
So I don't want to hear it. I don't want to fucking hear it. I'd rather not be in the Super Bowl if we were going to fucking lose. So 49.
I'd rather not beat it if we was going to do all that.
You feel me? I'd rather not be there. Shit. Fuck it. But was there anything? Oh, I wanted to ask you specifically because your team happens to reside on that side. Jim Harbaugh going on.
I don't care.
Over there.
I don't care. I don't care.
How you feel about it? You don't care, huh?
Their defense was trash last year. Harbaugh doesn't fix that defense. He's an offensive guy. He's an offensive guy. He's a quarterback guy. I think he's gonna do wonders for Herbert, but I think they're in such like their cap space is gonna be horrible. They're gonna lose guys. They might lose Bosa. They might lose one of the receivers, either Mike Williams or Nico's guy, Keenan Allen. They might lose Eckler. They might lose Eckler. So, I think they'll be better than they were last year. Yeah, but I'm not that threatened of them because their defense was so bad.
Yeah.
Herbert might go off. Don't get me wrong. Herbert might go off.
Yeah, I think that I agree with you. Herbert's gonna. I think his game is gonna elevate to where it needs to be, and so that happening. I think the receivers stay. I think Eckler probably goes. He's probably gonna try to go find a bag somewhere else. And I agree. The defense, he ain't got nothing to do with the defense really. So who knows with that defense? But they got the talent though. They have the talent on defense. They just need the right coach to fucking fix it.
And Derwin James needs to stay healthy.
I think even if they lose, any of the receivers, if they lose a Mike Williams, if they lose a Keenan Allen, I think even if they lose all of that with what Harbaugh will make Justin Herbert, they'll be fine. Like, I think he elevates Justin Herbert into the conversation finally of Mahomes and Josh Allen and all these new young guys. Where he started in that conversation. His team not being successful, they took him out of that conversation. I think talent-wise, I think he's better than Josh Allen. Now that he has a coach behind him, and I think he'll be developed, and we'll see that now.
Give him a
Because
couple
arm
years.
Yep.
talent is fucking out of this world already.
I tell you what. Give him a couple years. They can take as long as they want.
A couple years in a system. Give him a couple years in
Yeah.
a system that worked
I
for
tell you
him.
this.
And
I tell you
literally,
this.
as long as they
I'm
want. The
not
kid is
even
like
gonna put my
23.
team. I'm not even gonna put
Yep.
my team because I don't know what we're doing. I don't know what is going on. I hope Russ rides his ass out of Denver. I'm good off Russell Wilson. I've been good off Russell Wilson since last season. I hope we draft a young quarterback. I'll tell you what though, if Vegas goes and trades fucking Devontae Adams to the Jets for a bunch of draft picks and gets a quarterback, watch out for Vegas.
Yep.
Because
Yep.
Antonio Pierce had them boys playing.
Playing. Hell yeah. I love that hire for them. I
They just need a
definitely agree
quarterback.
for definitely. I agree with all that. Anything else, fellas, that y'all want to say before we get off this?
Non-football related, fuck Paul Pierce. Professional hater.
Thank you.
Paul Pierce is a professional hater. You won one chip and you think you are great. I'm not even gonna do it.
Thank you, E. So let me say this.
Eagles hired a whole new staff. Shout out to them.
Yeah, I got Vic Fangio.
Huge.
Y'all should have been. I don't
Oh,
know why y'all
fire. We've
wait.
been
Y'all
trying to
should have
run.
let go of that off.
We've been trying
Y'all should
to.
have let go of that offensive coordinator mid-season.
Yep.
His only
We picked him
contribution
up
to that
damn near
offense was
mid-season.
the tush push. That's it. That's only creative play he had.
Nah, definitely good.
And he
Definitely
didn't even
good.
create that
E,
play.
He's horrible.
exactly.
Whole ass
E, I'm
nigga.
with you. Fuck Paul Pierce.
Fuck Paul Pierce
Even
for life.
fucking KG even starting to get tired of that name.
Bro,
Like, bro,
bro
you say
got
the
carried.
dumbest shit,
Bro
bro.
got carried to a
KG is
chip by
hilarious.
KG, Ray
Hilarious.
Allen, and Rondo, and he talks like he's the best. You're not even the best player in that organization's history. Why are you talking as hot as you talk?
He talked like he was
Yeah,
the
he
best
talks.
thing coming in
Paul Pierce
Boston.
talks like he's like. He talks like he is to Boston what like Kobe was to LA. Like
Speaking of
Right.
a
that, you
lifetime
talk
Right.
about best
Celtic.
Kobe moments. You
Like
want to talk about best Kobe moments? This has nothing to do with Kobe. But the best thing with Kobe's name is Draymond telling him, "They don't love you.
You
You're not Kobe."
Oh, this retirement. Yep. Facts. Yep. Yeah,
Paul
so
Pierce is
all
mad
that
out of
shit.
touch. I don't know why he's so bitter about. Like he had a good career. I don't know why he's so bitter.
That's
He
what I'm
had a
saying. What
good
you so
career.
bitter
Yeah.
about, bro? What you so bitter about? Damn. It's all right. It's all right, brother.
That dude was never considered the best player in the league, and he talks like the man. Like, bro, you won a chip because you got KG and Ray Allen,
Yeah, exactly.
and
You
you
had
won one
amazing
chip.
greats.
One. You only have one.
Couldn't get past that after that because Bron came over and said, "Yeah, we stopping all that shit. We stopping all that shit."
I don't
Mm-hmm.
care for the Heat or none of that. But just every time Paul Pierce says something, I'm just like, what the
I
fuck,
would respect it if it made sense, honestly. Like if it made sense, I would respect it.
bro?
But
They
even
had a talk.
KG looking at him like, "Bro, what
They
the
had
fuck are
somebody
you
on their
talking about?"
podcast. They had somebody on their podcast. They were talking about Veda from the Bucks, Tampa Bay Bucks. They was like, yo, he's a 300-pound defensive tackle who could outrun anybody in this room. Paul Pierce was like, ain't nobody 400 pounds outrunning me. And even KG's like, yo, that boy chases quarterbacks for a living. He's gonna outrun you. He goes,
Oh, I saw that. Nigga say, yo,
I'm just like,
what's your 40 right now, God? What's your 40
yeah.
right now, Lord? He was like,
I'm
about
just
5'1".
like Nico said, he's so out of touch. It's
He
like,
said about 5'1", 5'2". He said, right now, Lord, right now.
bro, you
I
ever
hear you.
seen him
I
run
hear
up the
you.
court in the NBA games? He just a jog. Like,
He said, I hear you,
Exactly.
Lord. He said, I hear
That
you, Lord.
shit is hilarious.
He said, yo, you know how far
But
40 yards is? He said, you know how far 40 yards is? You can go baseline to baseline. You do that in 5 seconds, God? You can do that? He
yeah,
said,
right?
yo, you go baseline to baseline.
yo,
Just go
this
baseline to
nigga's
baseline right now. You think you
hilarious.
can do that in 5 seconds?
He's a
Yeah, that
fucking
shit was
mess.
hilarious.
But yo, appreciate both of you guys being here. Shout out to everybody that was
Always.
in the chat.
Yes, sir.
Jody, Carlos, whoever else was in here that I might have missed. Appreciate you guys. That's my sports. Appreciate you being in there. Again, a shout out and rest in peace to Kobe, Gigi, and the rest of those family members that were part of that plane. Y'all will forever be in our hearts. And we don't know what we gonna talk something. We gonna figure it. This nigga with this shit again.
Yeah, you know you have too much time on your hands when you find all the filters.
Make sure y'all hit that like, that subscribe button, comment, enjoy. It's your boy Jones, Nico, E. We'll see y'all next week. Peace.
That's what he be doing when it freezes.